Hello, I am the Tusk Man, and I am here to give you my review of Payback. Just finished watching Payback. No outside interference from anybody. I tried my best to keep everything that I wanted to watch from YouTube just off to the side, up to the point where I could see Payback for myself, and then give you my full thoughts on the um, the premium live event. Because of course, as we know, you don't call them pay-per-views anymore. We just call them premium live events. The first match, which if you can, the first match on the card, which was the Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus in a steel cage match. Ooh, what a classic! In a steel cage. Well, very good first opening match to start the show. Both ladies did very well. There, there were some spots there that made you think, like, come on, guys, you're. Have anyone seen? I know this is a long time ago in the same city, I might add. Um, a certain fellow who was up on top of a cage and took a tumble onto a announce table. I mean, there were some pretty scary uh, spots there, especially when they were climbing the top. And we're in a back then, during the Attitude Era, that was acceptable. We liked seeing stuff like that, but there were some spots there you're like, whoa, especially when both of them were up on the top of the cage and either one of them could fall. It looked like they were, of course, they're very talented wrestlers, so they had it all under control, but they made you think, oh boy, you got that, like, something could happen. Let's not see someone fall off the cage. Um, but very good match. Becky won the match, and then at the end, the Stooge, as we used to call them, because as you can tell, I'm an Attitude Era guy, and what we would call the Stooge is the one who follows the heel around and does stooges for them. Finally, it's like, you know what? I did a lot for you, and then you slapped me in the face. You know what? I'm done with you. And did her move on to Trish Stratus, and looks like, I guess she's gonna turn face. It's really quick to turn face there, but hey, that will be a angle for tonight on Raw. It looks like I'm sweating to death. I must apologize. It is hot, and I can't keep everything on that normally keeps me cool on because you're gonna hear it in the videos. So sorry. Come right forth with you. Yeah, I'm sweating a lot. But the second match, which was L.A. Knight versus The Miz. Okay, all right. John Cena becomes the special guest referee. Yes, we got to do something with John. He was the host of Payback. Okay, the match was pretty well. It was a very good match. LA Knight got to showcase himself. Um, Towards that end of the match, back and forth, false finishes, very well perceived match. Um, there was a point where you almost got that feeling that dastardly heel, The Miz, will pull one off. Of course, John Cena played the good guy, babyface referee, like getting in both LA Knight and Miz, because both of them were trying to uh, cut corners. Another term in the business, to win the match. And John was like, No, 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 no. We're not having that. I'm not letting you win by cheating. Nope. You want to win, you got to win fair and square. So, and it was good that John was doing this to both participants in the match. So, it's fair play. And with LA Knight coming on top, and I think the best gesture John did for LA Knight is at the end of the match, once the match was over, he threw off the referee shirt and he presented his hand for a shake. LA Knight was, LA Knight has that Austin, that Attitude Era type wrestler. And you know what? I can see why people like this guy. I mean, he's got it. I mean, it feels more real than some other wrestlers that we have out today, and he's starting to rub off onto me like most people. So, yeah, LA Knight finally shook John Cena's hand, and then the arm raise, the passing of the torch, as we would say in the business, and he's done that for a few other wrestlers, but it's nice to see LA Knight finally get some recognition. Onto the WWE Tag Team Championship match. I mean, it's got a long name now, but for me, it will always be the Tag Team Championship. You had a brutal Judgment Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match. This match was fitting. It was all over the place. We got tables. We wanted tables. We got them. There were spots where they got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got thrown into the penalty box, and they came out dressed in Pittsburgh Penguin jerseys and were using hockeys. I love and I don't know if it really was Blade or if it was legit busted open, but it looked like Blade. I love the blade work that Kevin Owens did. I don't know if him and Sammy did it together. They were back there. They were back there for a while, and the cameras were on both. We're on Dom and Damian Priest. Because Dom came out old. Dominic Mysterio, who is a member of the Judgment Day, also the North American Championship for NXT. But phenomenal match. The ending was bow, 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 move, 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 move. Rhea Ripley coming in there and slamming Owens into the barricade. I think that's where we'll talk about this in the next match, where she when she came out for her match, and I know I forgot a match, which was the Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory match for the United States Championship. So I will throw this in here before I move on to Rhea Ripley's match. So I do believe Mysterio and Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory's match was before the tag team champion match. But the reason why I probably overpassed that because it was your traditional WWE style United States Championship match. I mean, of course they put it on the premium live event, but they could have easily had that on SmackDown and Raw. It was okay for what it was. It was there. The crowd was in it. Ray got the win with the pin attempt. Of course, it's good to see Ray there. Ray Mysterio has been in the WWE for a long time. It was a decent match, and fortunately, the match ahead of it, which just will happen on a card, especially when wrestling is objective. You're going to miss a match that you watched because, hey, this match, I really love this match, but this match is okay. But that's my opinion on the U.S. Championship match. What I would really like to see is like a united type, like trying to unite the two championships. I know father son thing. I know Ray and Dom has had that, and people want them to move on. But just think about it: the North American champion versus the U.S. champion at Fastlane. That would be a pretty good match. And what I wanted to get to was the Rhea Ripley and Rodriguez match. I'm not going to try to slander the lady's first name, but I know her last name is Rodriguez. So Ripley and Rodriguez, a women's title match. When she came out, when Rhea came out, which she was the champ, she came in out in that last. She kept on blowing her nose like this. Um, that is an indicator of you got something going on right here. And I was looking at that was the first thing that caught my eye during this match. So she might have a small fracture in her nose, and this could have happened when she ran Kevin Owens into the barricade. Uh, but she was having problems before the match. Just an observation on my part. I'm sorry if I pulled the veil between. Everyone thought that maybe Rodriguez hurt her nose. I like how she played it up during the match. I was like, "You made me bleed my own blood." The one thing I will say, the crowd wasn't into this match. I for whatever reason, maybe because there were some epic matches happening on earlier on in the card, but the crowd kind of died down for this match. And in the end, the red tide was hit. Rhea Ripley retained. Maybe a little interference from the old dirty Don Mysterio there, but that was a pretty good, decent outing. I hope Rhea Ripley is okay. But just hope she got back in the back and they looked in it, made sure that they took her, got her some X-rays because she could have had a fractured nose or a broken nose for all we know. And more, we'll hear more about this. This come on. They may have not even talked about it, but you never know. I'm trying to see because I just watched it, so I'm thinking of anything else I'm forgetting before I move on to the main event. Oh, the Cody Rhodes announcement, the little TV spot right there, and Cody Rhodes is like, "Hey, I don't know if this is a good thing. I don't know if this is a bad thing, but I'm bringing Jey Uso. Oh, main event Jey to Raw, and now Jey Uso is a Raw superstar, and that's going to be really fun and great way to make it so that the rumblings that everyone keeps talking about Jey versus Jimmy, and they really want to do this at WrestleMania. Well, here is Jay's chance. He gets to do a singles run on Raw. Who knows what he's going to go after? But it'll be good to see exactly what they're going to do. And yeah, it's a great time, a great night at Payback. And let's move on to the main event, because I'm going to give you a breakdown of the match, and then I'm going to give you my reckless speculation of what I thought was supposed to happen and what actually happened during the match. The match came out, Seth Rollins did his entrance, a very Seth Rollins entrance, and then Shinsuke Nakamura came out there with his entrance. A very good entrance, with the the whole the whole backstory of I'm coming for your back, and I want that title, you know. And for the most part, Shinsuke Nakamura delivered on that. And as someone who's not familiar with Japanese wrestling, it was kind of hard to see him as a heel in this match. Now, for me, is as a guy who's who started watching wrestling from the end of the territory days and the beginning of what they called the new era before the Attitude Era. So I have brief history. I My first viewing of wrestling was still right at the tail end of the territory days. Then it moved into the new era with WWE and WCW, and then we moved into and then I grew up with the Attitude Era and so far and so far. So I'm used to a traditional heel and a traditional face, and in this match I couldn't pinpoint who is supposed to be the bad guy in this match. This was more of, if we're looking for someone to be the bad guy, I don't think there was supposed to be a heel in this match. I know if you're rooting for Seth Rollins and he's the world champion, then I guess Shinsuke would by default be the heel. But both of these guys played it to the T. There was no really anything. I mean, both guys went outside. Both guys did some stuff outside, but it didn't look like one way or another. There was no hope, no holding the ropes, no tights holding, no nothing. There might be a little bit of arrogance between both competitors. I mean, Shinsuke did seem a little bit more arrogant, but through the throughout the performance, I didn't see anything else that would consider it. Hey, this guy is a full blown heel. I didn't see him trying to go for a steel chair. I didn't see him do any heelish things. Distract the referee and do something dastardly. Okay, this was just a straight up great match between both of them. The pin attempt into the stomp, which was the finish, was phenomenal. The selling, that's what I really liked. There was actually selling in this match. Oh my god, a a modern WWE wrestling match with selling. Wow. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's really I'm what I'm used to watching when with WWE matches. Oh, I got kicked in the face. Time to jump up and go after the guy. You kicked me. But the selling in this match was phenomenal. Selling is an art, lost art in the WWE. I would like to see more of that. Here's with the finish, because of course Shinsuke at the end of the match, Shinsuke's walking around the ring. Seth Rollins is in the ring. This is where I think where the finish was changed. Either A, Shinsuke was supposed to win originally, and then Damien was supposed to come in and cash his Money in the Bank briefcase and be the next champion that way. Because I felt the pay-per-view felt like this was Judgment Day's pay-per-view. Right? For me, throughout the whole match, the whole pay-per-view or premium live event, it felt like this was Judgment Day's pay-per-view. And what better way to end it with Damian Priest coming in and cashing the Money in the Bank and having the world title around his waist along with the tag team belts. However, I think what happened was, or what changed or what really happened was when Bray unfortunately passed away 2 weeks ago. They probably discussed it and they probably said, you know what? As much as that would have been great, let's just have a regular match. Let's not have any type of shenanigans going on, and have a finish, a definitive finish of who won the match, and end it there. in honor of Bray, in honor of Terry, let's just have a match, a straight match, which Seth Rollins won. At that point, you're going to let Seth win over Shinsuke, because Shinsuke was going to be the transitional champion over to Damian Priest. But I'm not really sure. This is speculation, okay? So let me know what you think about in the comments below. If I'm giving a rating, this was a WWE live premium event. It was great. I mean, you can't get no better than that. And I don't give stars. I give thumbs up. So 2 thumbs up. All right, it was great. I enjoyed it, and like I said, as I would say, that's objective of me because it was entertaining for me. I hope it was entertaining for you. Let me know in that comment section down below. Hey, subscribe because hey, I'm just a little itty bitty baby channel here, and I'm looking to grow. So if you can help a post out and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And I will see you later. Bye.